G'day guys, Neil here from Player One Sim Gear, and today I'm stoked to be bringing you something new from the team at Cooler Master. This is the Dynex Racing Simulator. This is a brand new entry into the simulator market. It's a tubular framed hybrid GT and Formula racing simulator. This is the start of a new ecosystem into the market from Cooler Master, so let's unbox it, get it set up and check it out. So first thing you notice about the seat is it's really well made. It's got a very nice feel to it. It's well padded, it's really solid, great looking seat actually. It is a little small for me though personally, so the seats come in two sizes. This is the regular size seat. This seat is definitely a bit tight for me, so I would want the extra large seat option. And if you're my size, likewise, or a bit bigger, you'll need the extra large seat as well. So the first thing you notice about the Dynex that's very cool is how well put together it is out of the packaging. Essentially it comes in three main parts. You've got the base part over here, which comes in its own box. You've got the pedal mount, which over here, and then you've got the seat. And then a bunch of peripheral boxes that are either packaged in with the boxes or sent separately for things like the steering wheel mounts, etc. And of course we have the all-important user manual showing you how to put it all together. Okay, so check this out. It doesn't just come with all of the parts you need, it also includes all of the tools you need as well. All of the sockets, wrenches, bolts, everything you need is bundled and included in the box. That's really cool. All right, we're pretty much all laid out, ready to go. So this is the part where I zoom you guys out, crank up the music in here and start the build montage. All right guys, there is absolutely no glamorous way to build one of these on film, I've decided. So you're gonna get unfortunate angles of me while I do this, so apologies in advance. What the oh, I see. All right, there we go, a seat and a frame. Let's check it out. All right, so this is the base seating position. Now, this seat is definitely snug for me. I'm a 36 waist, 182 centimeters, around 90 kilos, give or take. And this seat's definitely tight. Now this is the regular style large seat. It comes in an extra large option as well. So if you're anything more than say a 35 waist, I would definitely recommend going for the extra large seat if you're gonna go with the Dynex seat. Of course, you can put any seat on this rig that you like. It's a standard seat mounting situation with a standard seat slider. So again, whatever seat slider / seat mount that you choose for this rig will best work for you. It's great. The Dynex seat is actually really comfortable. It's really well molded to me. It's certainly very snug. As I mentioned, I'm a little bit bigger perhaps than this exact seat needs, or than is right for this seat, so it feels really quite snug. But if you wanted to go for the larger seat, if you're my size, then you'd be absolutely fine. Obviously, I haven't adjusted anything here yet in terms of seating position, but overall, really comfortable, and you can see certainly feeling very well supported in this seat. So let's try adjusting it and see how some of the different positions work. So the way the adjustments work on this rig is there's essentially 4 bolts at the back here that you use to adjust the angle of the rig. And then what you've got is the seating position, the pedals, and the driving position, the steering wheel mount are all on the same gimbal, which is this sort of part of the rig through here. And you've got the single tilt point down in the middle of the rig. And then what you do by adjusting these 4 bolts is just tilt it into the driving position that you're looking for. Now this is different from say the TRX, which has individual adjustments for each of the different components and allows you to move them around kind of in session. With this rig, it's designed that you set it in the position that you like the most, and then you'd probably leave it there, I think, for the most part. You might adjust every now and again, but you do need to get the tools out. So I can't see you sort of doing one race and then jumping off, getting the tools out, adjusting it for your next race. I think what you do is you'd have the rig set up in your most favored position, be it sort of maybe a formula or in the middle for the use case that you use mostly. And then you might want to adjust it maybe every now and again just for something a little bit different. But ultimately, the fact that you have to get on the tools, and it's only an Allen key, but the fact that you have to get the Allen key out and adjust the 4 bolts means that you're perhaps not going to do it every session. It'll be something you do less often. So what you've got basically is from there, which is your base position. So that's kind of your GT style racing position. And then you can tilt it essentially back and back and back until you find a position of comfort all the way down. It does go really far down, all the way down to about there, which is the maximum laid back formula style. So let's try a formula position and see how it feels. Okay, so here we have it in one of the formula style positions. It can actually still go a little further back, so we can still raise the front up slightly if we want, and we've got a lot more adjustment points to lower the front down back into that GT style position. But overall, the first thing that jumps out at me is how comfortable and how immersive it is being back in this position. I think this is the real strength for this rig, rather than that more upright GT position. I think this rig really shines when you tilt it back and you really feel that immersion of being back in the car in that more formula style. So let's talk adjustments real quick actually on this rig before we go any further. One of the real strengths of this rig is just how much you can adjust the seating position. You've essentially got 4 main points of adjustment. So you've got the main gimbal mechanism, which obviously I've shown before, which is the tilt, where the entire rig, everything from your footrests through to your wheelbase and through to your seat, everything just tilts on that angle, and that gives you your main pivot point, your main point of adjustment to get your seating position from that GT to formula and everything in between. So starting with the pedal plate, it uses these adjustment brackets to allow you to move it up and down. And you can put these, at the moment, it's only got 2 of them on the front of it. You can fit, this comes with 2 extra ones that you can put on the back as well. And that allows you, depending on how you mount them, a really good amount of adjustment, both in terms of the raising the overall pedal plate and adjusting the angle at which it's mounted into the brackets here. And jumping around here, the next major adjustment point is the wheel plate. There's 3 different wheel plates available. You can see you've got a side mount wheel plate. You've also got a front mount wheel plate as well for the traditional front mounting bases like the Simagics or Simacubes. And then you also have the standard wheel plate, which is going to be perfect for all of your Moser gear, your Fanatec gear as well, although a lot of the Fanatec stuff can be mounted side mounted as well. Your Logitech, Thrustmasters, all that kind of gear will fit using this wheel plate. And it can be mounted either the way I've got it here, or it can be flipped over and inverted as well. The wheel plate also slides right the way back to this position here, so you've got a lot of forward and back movement and positioning available for the wheel plate. And then the final point of adjustment on this rig is the seat itself. You can see there's a number of different mounting options that allow you to adjust the angle of the seat to get it just right for you. What I recommend with this rig is you adjust the overall angle of the rig itself, get that really comfortable for you. Then you want to set up the seat, make sure you've got the seat positioned just how you want it so that your legs are approaching the pedal plate nicely. For fine adjustments for your pedal position, once you mount your pedals, you can then adjust the pedal plate accordingly. And then last of all, mount your wheelbase and adjust the wheel position to get it just right. All right, so let's get some gear on here and see how it handles on the sim. So as expected, this rig works really well in this formula position. We're running one of the new PXN wheels at the moment that we're testing. Works great for that, no problems at all mounting it, really simple. Mounting position feels really natural, particularly in this laid back position. If this was my everyday rig, I'd probably lift the pedal plate up just a little bit higher using those adjustments I showed you earlier, just to really maximize that formula feeling. Maybe lower the screens down a little bit as well, just to really sink yourself down into the cockpit. But again, that's just cosmetics and setting it up. Nothing to fault on this rig in terms of the comfort level, in terms of how easy it is to adjust and to get that position just as you want it to. So overall, it's a highly recommended from us. This rig feels great. I've even gotten used to this tighter seat. It really hugs me in, which is kind of cool. So there we go. That has been our introduction, unboxing, build montage, and review of the Cooler Master Dynex rig. This thing's very, very cool looking rig. It absolutely looks the part in any shed, office, man cave or living room. This thing's going to draw the eye and going to get the wow factor that you're looking for in a rig of this type. If you're into formula style racing, I highly recommend it. Also works for all the different positions that you might be looking for in between formula, right the way through to GT style. If you've got any questions, please do let us know in the comments below. We're really happy to answer those. As always, if you're here at the end of this video, we massively appreciate it. Thanks so much for checking out our channel. Please do the like and subscribe thing if you haven't already. That means the absolute world to us. Really helps our channel grow. Stay tuned. We've got a bunch more videos coming down the line, including our review of this, the new PXN wheel that I'm testing out here, along with a whole bunch of more content coming shortly. So once again, I've been Neil. This is Player One Sim Gear. I'm going to get back to racing, and we will see you next time.